12 Sigma male traits that nobody knows. Men who fall into the Sigma group, to put it simply, are not classified as either alpha or beta. They are known for being strong and independent and creative with little to no care for what other people think of them. As a result, they frequently defy preconceptions, refuse to act in accordance with expectations, and generally carve out a path for themselves that differs from what society typically expects of men. In contrast to alpha and beta males, Sigma men were once regarded to be exceptional or rare, but in recent years, the number of Sigma men has increased. Since social media is a trend and it expands online expression options, it probably has something to do with them. So, jump into the 10 Sigma male traits one by one. He is referred to as the lone wolf. A lone wolf mindset is embodied by the Sigma male. He favors his own company to others, and he usually does things his way. He is not swayed by societal conventions. Instead, he is guided by a constant internal compass. Additionally, he is not pursuing fame or cultural respect. He is merely doing his own thing, but he is doing it so beautifully that you can't help but notice him. He is very independent. He is quite autonomous as well as self-reliant. This is not a man who believes that cleaning the house merely entails loading the dishwasher and putting out the garbage. The Sigma male is a man who can manage his many tasks, cook, and clean while making it look simple. In a relationship, he seeks an equal partner who is equally capable and independent rather than someone to mother him. He is the explorer. The Sigma guy has a propensity for wandering. He can appreciate the coziness of home and the hearth, but he also likes to go on adventures. He is fearless and takes risks calmly, and his need for knowledge keeps him on the hunt for fresh material to ingest. The Sigma man is intrigued and curious by new ideas, unfamiliar settings, and various civilizations. He is an introverted person. The Sigma male is an introvert, as opposed to the alpha male. Despite being able to effortlessly integrate into any social group, he prefers quiet alone to large groups. He needs time and solitude to reflect on the purpose of life and think for himself. He may be the strong, silent kind, but don't mistake him for a brooder. He doesn't just sit about and mope. Instead, he prefers to go about his own business, enjoys his own company, and is not dependent on the approval or stimulation of others. He plays by his own rules and no one else. The Sigma man is known for being rebellious. However, rebellion suggests that a person is behaving in response to other people or external events. The Sigma guy is not rebelling when he takes a choice that differs from what would be expected of him by his peers, since he doesn't care about society's rules and conventions. He's simply being himself and establishing his own set of rules for living. He might even seem happier to you. He is living according to his own timeline, and as a result, his life is richer. He is emotionally wise. This lone wolf character is extremely emotionally astute, far from being insensitive. Since crowds and people aren't his thing, he isn't always socially intelligent, but he is emotionally astute. He has an uncanny ability to read a room, and he excels at assisting in conflict resolution because he intuitively understands what to say and do to defuse a situation. The Sigma guy is considerate of his partner's requirements in partnerships. The Sigma man has no need to engage in relational power battles, but the alpha male may do so. He is sensitive enough to know how to best care for the people in his life without being told what they want or need, and he is aware that all relationships need a healthy balance. He has a strong sense of motivation. Don't assume the Sigma guy is less ambitious because he may not receive the same social recognition as the alpha male. You might not be interested in moving up the corporate ladder to obtain a corner office or other important leadership roles, but it doesn't mean he isn't making a lot of effort and progress. He has an internal drive to uphold his own standards and is self-motivated. Even while his objectives may not be commonplace, you can be sure that he is diligently working toward them, frequently in the background and silently. He's amazingly charming. The appeal of the Sigma male may be one of the first things you notice about him. Although less evident than the more sociable alpha male, it is nonetheless present. The Sigma male exudes charisma, and his emotional savvy helps him when he enters a social setting. He might not adhere to all social conventions, yet he will nonetheless fascinate you. He's a little mysterious. The Sigma man strikes me as a little mysterious, perhaps due to his reluctance to commit or his propensity for acting alone. His need for seclusion and introspection might contribute to his aura of mystery, make him seem a little more off-limits and thus more alluring. He can appear to be a riddle to solve because he doesn't seem to calm down quickly or actually settle at all. However, he is not attempting to be enigmatic. It's just a byproduct of his fantastic confidence. He has leadership potential but doesn't actively seek it out. The Sigma guy possesses all the traits of a great leader, but he doesn't look for leadership or attention. He more closely resembles the movie's hero, who accepts a challenge and performs admirably. The Sigma guy is more likely to set an example for others to follow, leading without even trying. He influences people and creates trends, but he has no desire to rule over them. Instead of taking the spotlight and getting all the praise, he would much prefer work together and see everyone flourish. He has an open mind. This kind of man is highly flexible. He has no interest in passing judgment on others. He is so sympathetic, in fact, that he can easily see other viewpoints, even when they are different from his own. Despite the fact that he would probably be extremely adept at it, he won't try to convince you to share his viewpoint. He accepts you for who you are because he is aware of you and thinks that if he can do his thing, you should be able to do yours as well. He's not hostile. The Sigma guy is not at all aggressive, in contrast to the alpha male. When and if required, he can defend himself, but he doesn't believe that using force is the solution. He excels at diffusing situations by keeping composed and engaging in dialogue, but he also has no desire to engage in a piss-off with anyone. He enjoys competing with himself to set new records, but he has no urge to dominate or show off for anyone else in his life. Simply put, he isn't constructed that way.